Yes. Once again, good evening. Uh, my name is Swamy Naidu. I'm teaching you technologies from past 13 years. I'm handling React, Angular, and also server-side Node, okay, JavaScript, HTML. These technologies I'm working here. So UI technologies along with the server-side Node.js. Okay, these are the technologies I'm teaching here. So in this demo class, just I will brief you what is react.js and why we are using this react.js and what are the advantages we have in this React. So these are the concepts we are going to discuss now. Now, first of all, if you observe this, okay, what is react.js? Okay, so one second. Yeah. So if anybody asks you what is React.js, you can say in different ways. React.js is library of JavaScript, or you can also say React.js is okay. So client-side scripting language like that. So first of all, I will discuss with the client-side concept. Okay. So it is a client-side script to implement dynamic websites. Why we are using this React.js? Yeah, to implement the dynamic websites. It is a client-side script we are using to implement the dynamic websites. So now, actually, websites are two types. One is static website. So static website means which contains only design. Okay. Yes. So by using HTML and CSS, we can implement the static websites. So static website doesn't have any functionality. For example, so online papers, if you take here paper website like e-paper, so we can open that website and we can read the information and we are closing. So there is no login, registration, these type of concepts means functionalities it doesn't have, just displaying some information like their company websites also. Okay, so company websites, if you observe, so about their company some information that website is providing, so those are all comes under static websites. Okay, next one, dynamic website. So if you take dynamic website, this dynamic website we have two phases. First one is design and second one is, yeah, coding. Like that we have these two phases here. So first phase is design phase, second one is coding phase. In design phase, we are creating user interfaces. And coding phase, we're implementing logics. Like, yes, yeah. Design phase, we are creating the user interfaces. And in coding phase, we are implementing the logics. So here, user interface is nothing but that web page. Okay, we are designing the web page. So actually in companies, designers will work. So in this, they are taking the support of HTML and CSS. And also Bootstrap. They are using these technologies. So Bootstrap is for the responsive web pages. You want to convert the web page compatible with your device like mouse, uh, that iPhone, sorry, mobile device or tab or desktop laptop. So like that, if user open the website in any device, it should compatible. So for that, designers are using the Bootstrap and the HTML providing the controls. Okay, and CSS is providing some styles. By using that, they are designing the user interfaces. For example, if you open any website like say so facebook.com. Now this is one user interface. To design this user interface, they use the controls like so HTML controls and CSS background colors, everything. So that is that comes under design part. Second one is coding. So in this coding phase, implementing the logics. Okay. Actually, two types of scriptings we are using here. One is client-side coding. Okay. So by using client-side scripts, we are implementing this coding. Second one is server side. Yeah. What is client-side code and what is server side? What is client-side script? So here, this client-side script executes in browser, where it executes in browser. Okay. So if you implement any logics by using either JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular. Okay. So all this comes under client-side scripts. Is it clear? That's the first phase. Okay. And second one, server-side script executes in web server. For example, if you take so PHP, Node.js, ASP like that. All these technologies comes under server-side scripting languages. Is this clear? Yes. Like that, we have these two types of scripting languages. So first one is client-side script and second one is server-side script. Once again, I'm repeating. So if you take dynamic website, actual websites, two types I told you. One is static, another one is dynamic. Static website means only it contains data. So it doesn't have any programming, any logics. Just by using HTML, CSS, static websites, we can create. Dynamic website means it contains both design, what design we have in the static, so that plus coding also. Means logics. Okay. So when you are coming to this coding, so two types of scriptings we are using. One is client-side script, second one is server-side script. So client-side script executes in browser, server-side script executes in web server. Okay. So for example, this is Facebook website. I'm the client of this Facebook. This Facebook contains both client-side as well as server-side scripts. So that client-side script is downloaded into my browser and it is executed. So if I open any website, other website like Flipkart, now I'm the client of Flipkart. At the time of loading this website, so what is the client-side logics they implemented? Those logics downloaded into my browser and executed in my browser. If I right click and select view page source, now you can see some code it displays here. This is nothing but entire client-side code of this Flipkart website. So at the time of accessing the website, the original code is downloaded into our browsers and it executes. So that is the concept of client-side script. So who is client here? The person who is accessing the application website. So we are calling that person as client. Yes. So if you implement any logics by using JavaScript or React or Angular, Vue.js, Vanilla.js, etc. All these technologies comes under client-side scripting languages. Yes. Second is server-side. Yeah, server-side scripts, we need not touch about the server-side scripts, okay, because that is not coming in UI. So anyhow, if you implement any logics by using JSP servlets or PHP, ASP, all this comes under server-side scripting languages. Those scripts execute in a web server. A simple diagram I wanted to show you. For example, this is one web server. Assume that like Gmail web server or Flipkart, etc. So it contains many web pages. So this is one web page, home page. So they implemented logics by using both client-side as well as server-side scripts. Yes, this is client-side logic, assume that, and this is server-side logic. Now some X through internet connection in his browser, he typed flipkart.com. Then what is happening? One request is going to the server and the response is coming into the browser. So at the time of delivering this response, the original client-side script is also sending into the browser and it executes in browser. Is it clear? So server-side script is not like that. It executes in web server only. Okay, it executes in web server only. And that result, sorry, 1 second. Yes, it executes in web server only. And the result is displaying in the browser. It is downloading in the result. The code is not downloading into the browser. Like that, according to the execution location, we are calling the scripts as client-side as well as server-side scripting languages. Is it clear? Yes. So you want to implement any website, both scripts are required here. UI developers are working with these client-side scripting languages and server-side programmers are working with these server-side scripting languages. Now you got that clarity, what is client-side script and what is server-side script. Here, if you observe this point, react.js. So what is react.js? It is a client-side script and it is the library of JavaScript. Means it is providing some additional features to work with the JavaScript. What are those features? I will discuss later. Yes? Yeah. Now here the main question is where we are using these client-side scripting languages. What we can do? Which type of functionalities we can implement using these client-side scripting languages? That is the main question now. Now, if you observe these client-side scripts, yeah, these scripts we are using, first point, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. Yeah. So this is a common interview question. If you are attending any interview with React or Angular or JavaScript or any other UI technologies, so what we can do with these technologies, where we are using. So that point already got where in website development. Okay. So in website development, we are using this client-side scripting languages. So if you take React, not only website development, even you can also create the mobile apps with the support of native framework. So that I will discuss later that point. Okay, anyhow here, so to develop the websites, we are using this client-side scripting languages. So in coding point of view, generally two types of scriptings are there. One is client-side, another one is server-side. So client-side executes in browser. So that code downloads at the time of loading the web page. After that, so browser contains the interpreters to execute the client-side scripts. And server-side script executes in web server. That is the point. Next point, what we can do with the client-side scripts. First point is to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML elements. That's the first point. What that to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML elements. What is this concept here? So one example I will show you. So then you will get clarity. So by default, all HTML controls are static controls. You want to convert them as dynamic controls, then we can use the client-side scripting languages. So for more understanding, I will create one simple HTML program. So don't try to understand this program. See the result, that's all. Now here demo.html on HTML file I created. Now my concept is in this HTML file, I want to display image control. Now you can see in my desktop, I have many images like orange.jpg, all.jpg like that. Now just I'm taking one image tag and just orange.jpg and width is equal to 100 pixels. I'm not explaining any code, just what is static HTML control and how to convert it to dynamic, that concept I want to show you. Here I have written point. Okay. Why we are using the client-side scripts? First point is to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. For that one example I want to show you now. So coding, everything we'll discuss later. So I created one file demo.html. There I have taken the image control. Okay. Now I want to open this file in browser. This is a web page. That's why we can see the result in browser. So here, source property I have given and width also I have given two properties at the time of designing. What is source I have given, orange I have given, and width of the image 100 pixel. Now see the output in browser. So where is that file? Yes, here it is. Now, if I double click on this, it is loaded and it display the image like this. Fine. Now this is runtime. Yes. Once you run the application in that environment, we are calling as runtime environment. So in design time, I have given source and width. In runtime, it displays the related output. Now my question is, so if I click on this image, I want to change some properties like I want to increase the width. Is it clear? I want to increase the width or I want to change the source. Is it possible with HTML? No, it is not possible with HTML. So for that, we are taking the support of this client-side scripting languages. You can use JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React or Angular, etc. Okay, means runtime means once it is executed, later you want to change the properties of any control. Okay, so then we are using this runtime concept. Is it clear? Yes. Now I will show you that. So now here, if you observe this one, yeah. So simple script and change writing here. Don't try to understand the script. I will discuss with react.js. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? If user click on the image, I want to change the source as all.jpg. For that, I have taken the support of JavaScript. So now see the result. When I click on this, now it is changed to all.jpg. Like that, any property here, SRC property I changed. Width you want to change, you can change the width. Okay. Or any other property of any HTML control you want to change at runtime. Okay. So then we are taking the support of this client-side scripting languages. So here, see, already we opened the Flipkart website, right? Yes. Now see this website. So now, see, here we have some images. Yes. Yeah, these are the images. 1 second. If I move mouse on that image, what is happening? A bit size is increasing, right? This we can do with client-side script. So same you want to do in our program. So just we are using one event. Okay. So again, I'm telling to you, don't think about what is on click, what is on mouse over. I will discuss all these things later. Now here, just something like I have given one statement. Now refresh. See, if I move mouse over this, is it increased or not? Yes. So I want to increase a bit more, like 140 pixels I've given here. Now refresh. Yes, like that. And if I click, it is coming like that. So like that, in all websites, you can see the client side scripts like this. Now, if I click on this, any product, okay. Now it is opening here. See left hand side, you have these images. Now, if you move mouse over on that any image, now big size image is coming like that. So this is also client side functionalities. Is it clear? Like that in browser, if you want to apply any logics, then compulsory should go with that client side scripting languages. So like that, these menus, okay, and dynamic functionalities. So for example, search. Okay, that is also the information is coming here. That is also client-side scripting we are using. Okay, debouncing concept is there. So this concepts we are using. I will discuss all these things. Okay. So like that, the first point is, yeah, to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML elements. And second point, to validate input controls. So why we are in the client-side scripting languages? So first point we discussed, second point is input controls validation. So for example, so if you take this Facebook here, see it contains validations without filling the data. If I click on any button, now your name and this red color border, and this is some prompting message. All this we can implement with the client-side scripting languages. So that is second point. Next one, to work with Ajax. Yeah. So Ajax is very, very important. So these days, all websites working based on Ajax. For example, in Gmail, Google text box, search text box, if you enter any characters, so API service is calling for every character to get the information, that is Ajax. So next one, cricket live score. So for every half minute, okay, we are getting the updated score, or for every regular seconds, okay, 2 seconds or 5 seconds, we are getting the updated score from the server. So that is working based on Ajax. Like that share market websites. Okay. So for every regular intervals of time period, we are getting the updated share prices, that is working based on Ajax. And chat, Gmail chat or Facebook chat, if you type any message, so without refreshing the web page, it is sending the data to the backend. So that message, that is also working with Ajax. Like that, Ajax main concept is we are sending a request to the server without refreshing the website. So that concept right now I'm not touching because we have 4 sessions, okay, to discuss this Ajax. That time I will explain what is Ajax exactly, how to send the request to the server, how to call the API services like Java API service or Node.js API service, how to call and how to fetch the data. So all these concepts we'll discuss. Anyhow, you want to create the Ajax object and you want to send that object to server, we are taking the support of this client-side scripting languages. Is this clear? Yes. So that is the point of this. So very important is Ajax. We will spend around 4 to 5 days, okay, with this Ajax. So I will explain you how to call the external API services like so weather information or countries information, these API services, how to call into our React application. So those all we will discuss in companies. So I told you server-side programmers, right? They will create the API services, endpoints. We are calling them as endpoints. We need to connect with these endpoints. Okay. So in that point of, we're taking the support of this Ajax. Okay. So I will discuss all these things later. Next one, to execute logics. Yes. So these logics where executes browser. Yes. Right. So just a small diagram. For example, you're developing on bank website. Okay. So this is a loan page. Okay. Some X requested that loan page. So it downloads into the, sorry, it downloads into the X system in browser. So there some text boxes. So like here, how much loan amount that customer wants. He will enter amount like that, for example. So 10 lakh something. Okay. And what the tenure? Okay. For example, here, so 60 months he entered. And he want to get EMI. For that, you are displaying one button control. You are displaying one button control to calculate the EMI every month loan amount. Now, when user click on this button, so based on the rate of interest, everything, you need to calculate the EMI and you want to display here. So that is one function. Okay, one functionality. That functionality can implement by using client-side script or server-side script. Yes. So if you develop that functionality using server-side script, then what happens when user click on this EMA button, one request is going to the server. There it is processing the logic. Yes, there it is processing the logic, and response is coming back to the browser through internet connection. For this request and response, it takes some time. for this round trip. So in case if you implement the same logic by using JavaScript or React or Angular or any other client-side script, where it executes in client system only. So it executes here, no need to go to the server, okay, to get the result. It processing everything is happening in browser. That's why immediately user can see the result. So that's why it is faster than server-side results. So that many concepts, okay, we are taking the support of client-side scripting languages. So here to execute some logics, to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls, validations point of view, and API service calls Ajax. So like that in many areas, compulsory we need to go with that client-side scripting languages. So we can easily say in every website, 60%, 60 to 70% code is client-side scripting only. UI technologies we are using. That's why the reason why we have so these more openings for these UI technologies. Now you can ask me one question, sir. So everything we can do with client-side script, then why server-side scripts they are using? What, which type of functionalities we can do with that server-side script? Mainly server-side scripts we are using to connect with the databases. So website database, is it available in your computer? Is Facebook database available in your system? No. Is Gmail database available in your system? No. Or in my system? No. So it means these databases are not available in the client systems. Those are available in server missions. In order to connect with the database and to fetch the data, everything, so that is server-side functionality. So in that point of view, server-side programmers, they're using so server-side technologies like .NET or Java, JSP servlets or Node.js, etc. Is this clear? Yes. So remaining all these other functionalities, and moreover, you want to create the web tokens or sessions. So there also server-side scripts they're using. So apart that, remaining all we can do with the client-side scripting languages. So anyhow, these both are very important. Okay. So you should choose which one you want to select. Okay. So which one you are giving the priority. So either you technologies or server-side program. That is our option. So if we take this React.js, okay, so React.js comes under UI technology. Is it clear? So these are the main things we can do with this client-side scripting languages. Now come to this React.js. Yeah. So who implemented this React.js? Yes. Okay. Mr. Jordan. What? Yes, sorry. Jordan. He's one of the employees of Facebook. In 2011, they prototyped this React.js for the purpose of applying some concepts in the Facebook chart. Actually, the main reason to implement this React.js is to apply some functionalities in the Facebook. In that Facebook chart option is there, right? In that chart, they wanted to apply some features. So for that, so they tried to implement one scripting that is React.js. And in 2013, they released this React.js. Okay. And they use it in their Facebook application. Later, they released this technology as open source. From then, outsiders also started using React.js in their application developments. Like that, these days, nowadays, Apple websites, Instagram, and Flipkart, all these websites contains React.js coding. Initial purpose, initial reason to implement this is to apply some logics in the Facebook chart concept. That is the main thing. Is it clear? Now it maintains by Facebook. So React.js, Facebook organization is maintaining this React.js. So this is the basic information about this React.js. Now we need to discuss what are the features we have in this React.js, that concept we need to discuss. Before that, Any questions you want to ask? Up to now, we discussed some points. So, what is client side script? What is server side script? I discussed with you, and along with that, okay, some basic information about the client side scripts. Yes. Related to this, you have any doubts, any queries? Hmm? All of you clear? You got some clarity. Yes. Is React.js client side script or server side script? Is it client side script or server side script?
Client side.
Yes, client side. So client side script executes where in browser or server? It executes in browser, right? Yes. So React.js is the client side script. It is a library of JavaScript. Yes, providing many features to work with this JavaScript. It is providing many features to work with this JavaScript. That is the concept of this. Clear? Yes. And who implemented? So Jordan Walkie, along with the team members, implemented this React.js. Is it clear? Yes. So that is the basic information. Now, the next concept is what are the features we have in this React.js? So, what are the comparisons we have between React and JavaScript, React and Angular? Because so Angular also playing okay good role in this UI development, both React and Angular. So now compare with Angular, we have more openings with this React. What is the reason behind that? What are the additional features we have in this React? Okay. And what are the features we have in Angular if we compare with the React? Those things we need to discuss. Before that, one use case I'm discussing. For example, you want to implement the login concept in companies. Yes, you have one user story to develop login concept. Yes. Now, what the steps are involved in this login concept? First, we need to design login page. For this designing, yeah, HTML, CSS we are using. Next one, when user click on the login button, you need to check username password valid or sorry, not valid. Username password text boxes are empty or not. Means validations. Yes. Second step is validations. So in validations point of view, we are using client side scripts, nothing but React. So once user entered the username password, okay, then send data to server to check, yes, whether that credentials, username password presented or not in database. Okay, for that, sending the data to server, I told you we are using Ajax. So that is also client side script. Here we are using React. Okay. Now after that, check username password valid or invalid. So in this point of view, server-side script they are using here. So by using the server-side script, connecting with the database, and what the username, password, credentials are passing from browser to server, they're checking with database whether those are presented or not. So they're using some technologies like JSP servlets, ASP, PHP like that. Finally, so send result. Okay, based on the result, redirect to either yes welcome page or invalid user page. In that point of again, we are taking the support of routing that React. If valid user, redirect to the welcome page. Otherwise, invalid user page. In this point of we take the support of routing in React. Means, so for example, if you take login concept, okay, in this login concept, second step and third step and last step. So we are using the client-side technologies. Not only in login concept, any concept registration or cart or any other concept if you take here. So we are using, okay. So this pattern we are following this one. So around 70% we are working with the client side scripting in any concept. Yes, that is the main point here. Now, what are the features we have in this React.js? So that we will discuss next session. So before that, I wanted to share. So what the pattern I'm following here? Okay, so that I will discuss with you. So actually to learn this React.js, okay, so JavaScript is mandatory. So the prerequisite is to learn this React.js is JavaScript. So that's why you people may have or may not have idea on JavaScript. Okay. So that first I'm starting with JavaScript. Around 20 to 24 days we are spending with JavaScript because complete JavaScript is required. Advanced JavaScript, not only basic. Okay. Like hosting and asynchronous programming, Ajax. Okay. Like that closures and debuggers. Okay. So like JavaScript engine. Okay. All concepts are very important. Okay. So that's why first we are spending with JavaScript. Not only in development point of view, even in interview point of view, also first they are asking questions in JavaScript. Okay. And after that, we are starting React.js. Is it clear? Now here TypeScript is also there. Okay. Yeah. So I will discuss some concepts with TypeScript also, not only JavaScript, TypeScript also. Because so in future in companies, you may use either JavaScript or TypeScript. We can't say. So anyhow, you should have complete idea on JavaScript. And after that, what are the additional things we have in TypeScript? So those things, if I cover, then you can easily work with both technologies. Yes, React is providing some libraries. Those libraries we are consuming using either JavaScript or TypeScript. TypeScript is nothing but the superset of JavaScript. TypeScript is superset of JavaScript. Means what are the concepts we have in JavaScript? Same, we are using TypeScript. Additionally, types and some object oriented programming more support is there. So that's why. So I am also discussing with the TypeScript. Okay. Yes. So for JavaScript, we are spending around 20 to 24 days, and React JS, we are spending around 45 days. Okay, so there only I will discuss programs with both JavaScript and TypeScript. So total course duration is 65 to 70 days. Okay, yes. So 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Okay. Next, I will provide you the Google Drive access. From there, you can access the videos and class notes, everything. So everyday class I will upload in Google Drive. Okay, that access you will get after the registration process. Okay, from then you can access. So the daily class videos and notes, everything. Okay. Yes. Now here in React.js, we will cover class components as well as functional components. Two types of components we have. So both components we are covering. Is it clear? Yes. You want to see the content of this course? Okay. Yeah, I will open that. Yeah, this is the course content which we are following. So it is also available in the DurgaSoft website. In the DurgaSoft website front page, so batches table is available there. If you go to the React.js and if you click on that, this course content is available. So here we are discussing all these concepts in JavaScript. Yes, so these are all we are discussing JavaScript. And if you come to the React.js, okay, so we are covering so all these concepts in React.js. So life cycle hooks, okay. and functional components, class components, control and uncontrolled component, routing single page application. Just I told you, if login is success, go to the welcome page. Otherwise, go to the invalid user. That auto redirection should happen. So like that, we are covering all these things and Ajax programs, class components, Redux, okay, like that. And also we are discussing with this, okay. So Copilot and Chat GPT. So this AI tools also, okay. So this is integration with this AI tools, this courses. So what is the advantage of Copilot and how to install and how to use Copilot in our applications and how to prompt in Chat GPT. So okay, those things also I will cover with this. Okay. So anyhow, you can estimate the total code duration is 65 to 70 days. Okay. So this is the pattern which I am following here. And initial demos, we are spending around 45 to 50 minutes. Okay. After demos, regular sessions, 1 hour session, we are spending here. Is it clear? Yes. So today we discussed what is React.js. Okay, that base information I have given to you. So what is React.js? Okay. Now, what are the features we have in React.js? Those I will cover in the next class. After that, I will start the JavaScript concepts. After that, React.js concepts we'll discuss. Okay. Yes. So this is the pattern which I'm following. So any doubts, any questions you have, you can ask me now. So I hope you clear with these points, right? So no
Hi,
queries.
hello.
Yeah,
Hi, my
yeah,
name is
please tell.
Ratan. I want to know for weekly how many days there will be lecture.
6 classes, 6 hours.
So, okay, one day on Sunday there will be leaves, right?
Yeah, Sunday's holiday.
And what about the timing at from 8 p.m. to?
8 p.m. to 9. So possibility is there. So 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
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 Yes.
And
So
one
yeah,
more
if it is
question.
possible to everyone, then I will schedule it for 7:30. I was in Angular class. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Kumar. So you attended my Angular class, huh? Okay, thank you. Yes. Yeah. Any more doubts?
Uh, One more question. Do we have any project over here?
See
Like
here, this is project oriented batch. Okay.
okay.
Yes. So I will discuss based on the project point of view. And on top of this, project batch is there separately. So that is additional charge. Okay. But those who are attending this batch, for them, they're giving the concession that project batch. And second point, you want to attend the project batch, first you should familiar with these concepts. Yes. So if you know routing and life cycle hooks, what is use state, what is use effect, all these things, if you know, then only you are eligible for project. Yes, that project is around 2.5 to 3 months. Okay. So batch. So those who are attending the React classes for them, so special discount is there in the project. So those details management will explain to you if you contact Durgasoft front desk.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
What is the fee structure for this?
What is that?
Fee structure.
Yeah, I am not audible.
So fee structure.
Fee structure, everything you can contact the Durgasoft management. Already they mentioned the number. Okay. In this chart. Okay. Again, I'm pasting that number. So you can contact with them. So that Durgasoft and desk. Okay. So just 1 second. Yeah, those numbers again is sent in the chart of this Zoom meeting. Okay. Yeah, you can contact these numbers.
So like you
Fine.
told
Hope
like
you got the clarity.
you told like the classes will be at 7:30, right?
So actually, this is the add-on batch for the 7:30 batch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Initial 4 to 5 classes. Okay. So 8 to 9. After that, we are moving this to 7:30.
Okay. Because I will be coming at 8 only. That's
You are current with 8, then just to contact with management once. Okay, then they will provide you that 8 slot also. Okay, so just do one thing. So
Yeah.
better contact with management once, they will guide you. Okay, they will tell the complete information.
Thank you.
What is that?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, please tell.
Yeah, if it is possible, could you please take
8 o'clock.
yeah,
Yes.
possible, could you please take the
Okay.
class on Sunday also?
Sunday not possible to me, actually. Sunday not possible to me. So
Yeah, okay.
up to Saturday I will take. So if you want 8 o'clock, then I will discuss with management once and I will confirm it by tomorrow. So if it is okay to all of you 7:30, then no issue. Or else I will discuss with management. I will let you know by tomorrow. Okay. Yes. So Monday to Saturday we have classes. Sunday no class. So these videos you can access up to 6 months. Okay. Yes. Any other doubts? Yeah. So if you have any other queries related to the class, means course fees and any other information, non-technical information, so you can contact the front desk of DURGASOFT. Okay. Yes. Yeah. In next class, I will discuss what are the features we have in this React.js compared with the JavaScript. Okay. So tomorrow again we'll meet at 8 o'clock. Okay. You can drop now. Thank you.